Dropped out because of the very riskiness of the operation. In other words, we're talking here of agents that know that it is risky, but in spite of that, they have volunteered to become agents of PDEA. So you still consider that against human nature?
The manner of conducting the bypass operation are based on their own behavior. And it was clear also from the push filings and on the record, Your Honor, that we conducted the bypass operation alone. So there is no need for me to consider my own judgment. It just has to be reflected. What is reflected in the record, Your Honor?
So, in other words, what you're saying, what you're telling this committee is that just because the PDEA agent acted alone in the bypass operation, it is a wrong report that the bypass did not actually happen.
No, Your Honor.
So what is it?
Before you answer, I would like to acknowledge the presence of General Santiago.
By the way, Mr. Chairman, while I'm asking the question, I just would like to make it clear from the outset that Director General Santiago is a classmate of mine with the Military Academy, class of 1970. At the same time, Chief State Prosecutor Zunio was also a classmate of mine in the Emergency Planning College in the United Kingdom, where we took up a crisis management course. So I guess I straddle two classmates here, Mr. Chairman. I just would like to make this very clear. So, now, going back to that, because that to me is very material. So what is it? That is just your judgment? Because that, in effect, is saying that the PDEA agent, in this case, whoever conducted the bypass operation, told you a lie. He was lying. And if he was lying, then he should be subjected, since his statement was made under oath. That to me could be a perjury case. It's a very serious case, and even the existence of the drugs would be in question. That is planting evidence also. And planting of evidence is a very serious offense under Republic Act 9165, where the penalty is the same as the penalty of possession. Is that not correct?
Your Honor, as I said, I based my resolution based on the totality of the evidences presented.
Yeah, but in this case, this would expose the PDEA people to counter charges. Are you not aware of that?
I am aware of that, Your Honor.
Including planting of evidence. Are you making that accusation?
No, Your Honor.
So if you're not making that accusation, then what is it?
As I said, Your Honor, my general impression is that the bypass operation may have been a shortcut.
They fabricated the story.
Yes, Your Honor, to complement the bypass.
So if they fabricated the story, they're guilty of being prosecuted for perjury.
Kung sinabi mo ay shortcut, meron na deal.
Hindi, kasi kung sinortcut, ibig sabihin, gumawa ng storya. So pag gumawa ng storya, nagsinungaling. Kung nagsinungaling, perjury case. So now it's PDEA that should be on the block. Is that correct? Now in the course of this exchange of statements and narration of facts coming from PDEA, did you caution them on this? Did you warn them about these alleged defects in their narration of facts?
No, Your Honor, because every time the allegation is there, they have all the opportunity and time to submit counter affidavits. And in fact, in this case,
isn't the task force and the PDEA supposed to be a team, a prosecution team?
yes, Your Honor, but at the time,
And not a situation where you would accept their narration, and then on that basis you would make your own conclusion that may be very injurious not only to the reputation of PDEA, but also to the standing as a drug enforcement agency. So how come you're not working as a team here?
Your Honor, the moment the case is filed before our office, it is our duty to be neutral to all parties. Because if we will say that we are working together hand in hand, then it will appear that we will be biased in favor of PDEA and against all the accused. Now, we are exercising here a quasi-judicial power.
There's a difference between planting evidence and suborning witnesses and fabricating stories and being supportive to PDEA. In other words, the task force, to me, the task force and the PDEA should be supporting each other. Because, I'm sorry to say this, but the impression that has been given as far as this presentation is concerned is that some of the statements attributed to you may be statements that are better coming from the defense lawyer of the accused.
Your Honor, we work hand in hand with PDEA.
But here we are accusing the PDEA for falsifying.
So in the course of the work of the prosecution task force for illegal drugs and PDEA, because I'm sure that this is not the first time that you have worked with them. In the course, were there any instances where you advised PDEA on how to properly gather evidence and how to conduct operations so that their operations are not going to be jeopardized and the prosecution is not going to be frustrated? Were there any instances where you educated, for example, Director General Santiago, who may be ignorant of the procedures based on your own appreciation of the procedure, so that he can be better educated and be made a better Director General, including his team?
May be allowed to answer it.
May we know the answer from I'm sorry.
Your Honor, we
My other
are
question.
now discussing the procedure. Now, this task force on dangerous drugs is a task force especially created for drug cases. The moment the case is filed with the task force, the state prosecutor is assigned to conduct the preliminary investigation. But the moment the state prosecutor conducts the preliminary investigation, that state prosecutor maintains the neutrality. That's the big difference that we have. In the US, the DAs can work side by side with the law enforcement. But here in the Philippines, the moment the case is filed with the DOJ and there is a preliminary investigation conducted by the state prosecutor, the neutrality should be maintained by the prosecutor of conducting preliminary investigation. If we find that the evidence, though we work with the PDEA, if we find that the evidence presented is not enough or insufficient to support the filing of the case in court, then we dismiss the case. If the evidence is enough, then we file the case in court.
Mr. Chairman, if I may interject, I think by the very nature of your